Hello and welcome to the October 2024 Vancouver Police Department video update. I'm Kim Kapp. On October 11th, Vancouver Police Chief Chief Mori retired after serving 5.5 years with VPD, 2.5 of those as chief. VPD, city staff, and friends and family of Chief Mori attended his retirement ceremony to offer their congratulations and celebrate with him as he wraps up over 30 years in law enforcement. Chief Mori's dedication to the Vancouver Police Department and the City of Vancouver are much appreciated, and we wish him all the best in his next chapter. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, which is dedicated to raising awareness about the signs of abuse and ways to stop it, as well as showing support for survivors of abuse. Here today to talk about the dangers of domestic violence and the work the VPD Domestic Violence Unit does is Sergeant Tanya Wolstein. Welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about the DV unit and how many detectives you have in it.
So the Domestic Violence Unit is inside the Domestic Violence Prosecution Center, and we have 3 detectives and a sergeant in the unit, and we get to work every day with the prosecutors inside the unit.
And how many cases on average do the detectives there investigate or have referred to them?
So on average, we get about 5,400 cases a year in the city, and the detectives work a portion of those cases, as many as we can, really.
And there's a unique program in our area that helps victims of domestic violence be safer. Can you talk a little bit about that?
So we have in Clark County an electronic monitoring with victim notification program. And what that program means is that domestic violence offenders who are on pretrial release can be ordered to wear an ankle bracelet that will alert both the victim and law enforcement if the offender comes within the prohibited area specified by the order. So if the order says 1,000 feet away from the victim's person, home, school, workplace, and the offender comes within that zone, we will be alerted as police, and the victim will be alerted as well, giving her some time to put in a safety plan.
So let's talk a little bit more about what makes domestic violence so dangerous.
So domestic violence is one of the most dangerous calls that police go to. It's a very dangerous call for anybody in the relationships because of those intimate partner relationships in particular. Domestic violence victims are murdered at a much higher rate than other crimes. So for example, in the United States, domestic violence is the #1 killer of pregnant women. So pregnant women are more likely to be murdered by an intimate partner in the United States than die from any other cause.
And what are some of the warning signs for people to be aware of if they or someone they know is in a domestic violence relationship?
So any sort of controlling behavior that's very jealous, over the top, controlling, wanting to know where you are at all times, wanting to monitor text messages, looking at your phone when you're away from your phone without permission, showing up at your work without, that being the normal expectation. Anything where it is a love bombing situation in the very beginning, so comes on very, very strong with a lot of attention and a lot of different gestures made towards the victim. And then that will slowly start to turn. So seeing those warning signs of that love bombing turning towards controlling, turning towards being violently jealous, turning towards having these very aggressive mannerisms. And then that will cycle through, and you'll see those kind of cycles. So something will happen that's very negative, and then it will cycle through back to a love bombing stage, and then right back again to the original kind of controlling behavior. Those are some signs that you're maybe in a situation that could turn violent.
And what should someone do if they or someone they love and know is potentially in a domestic violence relationship? What can they do?
There's all kinds of different services for victims of domestic violence. So if you are willing to come to the police, we are here to help you. We want to help you, and we will do the best that we can to help you. But there are also community services such as the YWCA, NW Cave, Catholic Community Services, Presbyterian Community Services. There are many different places that can help. There are many different shelters, both here and in the Portland area. So you can have different services all the way through. I always suggest start with the YWCA. They're our community advocacy agency, and they can connect to all kinds of different things like free legal services, shelters, help with food, help with rent, any of those kinds of things to help you leave an abusive situation. I would start with the YWCA.
Thank you so much. Very important information and very dangerous situations that people can be in, and great resources to be able to hopefully help them.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Throughout the month of October, VPD will have information posted on our social media channels to raise awareness about domestic violence, as well as provide resources if you or someone you know is the victim of domestic violence. Thank you for watching the Vancouver Police Department October video update. We'll see you next month. In the meantime, to keep up on what VPD is doing, be sure to follow us on social media. We're on X, Instagram, Facebook, and Nextdoor.